Esta es la historia de George Holmes, un jugador que tras esta mano se quedó con una sola ficha, una sola ciega, pero que iba a ser suficiente para protagonizar la remontada más épica de la historia de las series mundiales de póker. Con una sola ficha fue all-in con 9-6 contra pareja de 8 y esto solo era el principio de algo increíble que iba a ocurrir.
The river card is a 6, two pair for Holmes. He had a chip and he keeps his chair.
Consiguió doblarse varias veces, pero en lugar de jugar más tight y más tranquilo e intentar conseguir quedar en alguna posición más alta y llevarse un mayor premio, Holmes, que para nada era un jugador profesional sino un hombre que trabajaba en finanzas, decidió adoptar una estrategia de juego muy agresiva, resubiendo sin miedo y enfrentándose a todos los jugadores profesionales que había en la mesa final, a la cual había llegado tras, recordemos, quedarse con una sola ficha en su stack, una sola ciega. Eso sí, sin duda esta mano y este cooler que iba a pasar ahora le iba a ayudar y mucho a seguir creciendo en fichas y postularse como uno de los favoritos a ganar el torneo.
Holmes is the main event. Don't need to be a pro. Never give up. Anything can happen.
Yeah, aces happen. Holmes has them now, and saw Chance Corneth open the pot from under the gun. A raise to $1.2 million with ace king. This amateur Holmes now with 34 million chips from the 475,000 he had earlier on this day 7. Holmes now 3 bets with the aces.
You might hear Holmes' home game buddy on the rail, Gordon Davis, who keeps shouting out, "Show them the lights, George."
Back to the aggressive Corneth, who will test you on every street possible.
Be interesting to see if Chance Corneth can see the light here. You know, earlier on day 7, Corneth flopped a flush with ace-queen suited against pocket aces to knock out Dennis Predvor.
Oh, wow. All in with the ace-king. Cool. And it's not going to take any time for George Holmes, and the legend of Holmes taking on a new dimension now.
A disaster for Chance Corneth. He goes with his read, and with 42 bigs in his stack, he's up against one of the 2 hands that absolutely crush him, pocket aces.
And here is the flop. And boom, just like that, it is over. Chance Corneth drawing dead on the flop.
In one devastating cooler, George had eliminated...
Este cooler de ases contra as-rey le iba a llevar directamente a la mesa final como el segundo jugador con más fichas. Y pocos momentos después, con pareja de damas, iba a eliminar a otro jugador, también profesional, dejando la mesa final en tan solo 7 jugadores restantes. Pero sin duda esta mano de as-5 demostró que Holmes no tenía ningún miedo de meter todas las fichas al centro y jugárselo todo.
He's been pretty card dead down the stretch. He started playing poker on a Navy ship when he was in the Marines.
And it's a lot easier here to play poker because those tables don't bob up and down there in the Rio. Yeah. All right, Park's going to come along. Here is the flop. Top pair for Henry. 2 more diamonds for George.
Boy, Lionel, when we have a flop like this, I always want to edge closer to the table. Do you mind if I leave the booth?
No, not at all.
I don't like the way you said that. I'm going to stay.
Park checked. Holmes rarely checks.
Well, Park now under 20 bigs. With that flop, he's going to get it all in the middle now. Look, this is King George versus O. Henry. I said it. He's going to get it all into the middle now.
Henry Park. It's a check raise, but he does not get it all in the middle now.
What, suddenly I'm a poker expert? Leave me be.
Check raise to $5 million.
All in.
Yeah, he's testing Park for it all. And Henry calls and hangs his championship hopes on a pair of 9s. Holmes in search of help still.
Jack 9. Jack 9.
Diamonds.
Jack 9.
No, one diamond. One diamond.
I believe Gordon Davis needs to remove his mask to be heard. Park, meanwhile, has a more reserved, normal rail.
George Holmes Trying to hit a card and get us one player shorter. Couple of more winning cards onto Holmes' ledger.
An ace, 5, or diamond would knock out Henry Park.
But it's the 3 of spades.
Esta mano le hizo bajar mucho en fichas a Holmes, pero en vez de calmarse y jugar más tranquilo y conservador, esto iba a hacer que se volviese más y más agresivo, aunque también es verdad que estaba runeando bastante bien.
Aldemir in full stride now under the gun, raising with Queen 6 of diamonds.
Yeah, he's getting real feisty with squad douche. Queen 6 suited under the gun with the raise.
Over to Holmes now. Queen Trey of hearts.
He cashed in his first main event in 2019, so he's now 2 for 2.
And Holmes getting busy with the lesser hand. That's a 3-bet to 4.8 million with position.
Yeah, Holmes is unrelentingly sneaky aggressive. He's far more active than he looks. He has many different ways to show him the lights.
Lococo, small blind, small ace, second biggest stack. Lococo will give up the suited ace. Back to Aldemir now.
See, Karai, I'd keep this guy out of your home game too.
Well, Queen 6 of diamonds, the best hand here, and he makes the call for 2.8 million more. Two big guns to the flop. Now he had the best hand. Holmes flops the heart flush. Action on Aldemir. He's going to check it.
Take a snapshot of those percentages next to their names. Unheard of in these parts.
That's 3 million.
3 million. No posturing from Holmes.
Holmes hoping Aldemir has something like a big pocket pair to continue, but all Karai has is a gut shot.
Karai got a purple 5 million chip in there, a check raise.
Whew. How many times have we seen Aldemir misread or misstep this badly? I can't think of one. Stop the presses.
There are no presses anymore. Print newspapers, Norman, all but dead.
Thank you, Mr. Killjoy. And I hold you personally responsible for the demise of newspapers.
A call from Holmes, of course. Karai does check again.
All in.
Ooh. Hello.
I have diamonds, not hearts. He's red.
Flopeó el color, pero antes había tribeteado al líder en fichas con Q3 suited, Dama 3 suited, una mano bastante marginal. Se notaba que no tenía nada de miedo. Además, tuvo la suerte de que Aldemir cometió un error. Creía que sus cartas también eran de corazones, pero no, eran diamantes, un grave error. Pero la acción continuaba esta vez con J6.
Event from the top perch. He led the field to start day 7 with pocket tens, a raise to 2 million.
Park lives in Edgewater, New Jersey. George Holmes, originally from New Jersey. What a presence New Jersey has had at this main event final table over the last decade. Josh Beckley, William Tonking, Tom Canuli, Mike Rowan, and of course 2017 champion Scott Blumstein.
Blinds right now at $500,000 and $1 million with the 1 million chip. Big blind Andy Holmes comes along for 1 million. Heads up with Park. Park still good with the tens, which are bolstered by a flush draw now. Holmes checks to Park, who sits about in the middle of the pack here with 7 players left. Check back. Another 7 keeps Park a huge favorite.
I'm not even sure why George Holmes is in this pot. I would have folded this hand in the big blind. If you defend your big blind too often, you've got no big blinds left to defend.
Ooh, I like that. T-shirt material. A bet from Holmes here.
Yeah, that's the hidden George Holmes. No pair, no draw, seemingly no hope, lots of heart. If he senses weakness, he shows strength. And I think Park, checking the flop, got what he wants. I think he wanted Holmes stabbing at it.
And there is the call with one oversized royal purple chip worth $5 million. Change coming.
The way Park just flicks that chip in there, it's very tilting to me.
Now what, gentlemen? Holmes' aggression was matched somewhat reluctantly on the turn.
Yeah, what now, home game hero?
Holmes reaching.
Really?
Yeah, really. Ooh, a lot of the purples. 27 million?
Into a pot of 12? Maybe it's brain freeze and George thinks he stumbled into a Kardashian undergarment auction. he just bet more than half his stack with air, just 24 bigs left if Park calls. But he's telling Park, if you do call and you lose, you're down to 8 bigs.
Un farol que le salía bien y que hacía foldear la pareja de dieces a su rival. Su estilo agresivo y sin miedo continuaba y no parecía pensar en la cantidad de millones de dólares que se estaba jugando. La siguiente mano además iba a ser justo contra el rival que antes le había dejado con una sola ciega en su stack.
What do we know about this kid, Lon?
Wow, not much, really. I don't have anything on the guy.
Well, this is a tweener call here for George Holmes. It's a pretty hand, Queen Jack suited, but it's for more than a third of his stack. I don't know if Queen Jack suited is quite strong enough. If Holmes loses, he'd be the short stack.
Yeah, that kind of hand. He does reluctantly make the crying call.
Yeah, that was a crying, sighing, moaning call.
So Oliver at risk again and again with a better hand. Oliver has been in this spot before. And there is top pair for Jack, which does not alter George's needs.
I would not want to be Jack Oliver's stomach right now.
The turn card. Everyone on pins and needles here in the Amazon room. And Holmes takes the lead with the Jack. Oliver has 5 outs now to keep his seat. The river card.
En este all-in de ciega contra ciega, Holmes eliminaba a su rival y se quedaba 1 contra 1, es decir, solo quedaban 2 jugadores para luchar por varios millones de dólares. ¿Podría completar la hazaña y ganar este torneo de las series mundiales de póker con una sola ficha, una sola ciega? Por cierto, suscríbete a mi canal y échale un vistazo a los vídeos que publico cada semana jugando al póker alrededor de todo el mundo.
Aldemir opening the action with 7 tray of hearts with a raise. Holmes now with 5 deuce. Okay, Norman heads up. It's all about every hand being a hand.
Karai Aldemir, meet George Holmes. Rec player, banking guy, and maybe the most dangerous heads-up opponent you could have drawn from this final table.
A 3-bet to 9 million.
And remember, Holmes, not just a home game guy, he was down to 1 big blind. What an epic comeback.
No way he's folding. If George wants to play big pots, that's just fine with the German pro. And they've already built a pot of 20 million.
I mean, 7-3 raises, 5 deuce re-raises, 7-3 calls? Is nothing sacred anymore?
Amazingly, Karai best pre-flop, best post-flop with a pair of 3s. George with a gut shot.
In 1982, there was legendary Jack Strauss winning the main event with a chip in a chair. In 2012, Greg Merson had 2 blinds with about 150 players left. And now in 2021, George Holmes was down to 1 blind with 25 players left.
Holmes with the now popular 1/4 pot bet of 5 million.
Well, it's hard to make a pair, according to Antonio Esfandiari. Sadly, that line is his legacy. So, of course, Aldemir is continuing here.
Holmes pairs up as if he needed more gumption to move his chips.
Holmes played the main event in 2019 for the first time, finished 213th. Great showing, hard to top. Well, he's topped it in his second main event.
Boy, did he ever. And now, emboldened with his pair, bets 13 million.
Of course, he was going to fire again when he made a pair. Nothing revolutionary from Aldemir to get to this point. Solid, steady poker, solid reads, plus he's been running extraordinarily well.
13 million from him. 56 million in the middle. The river card brings the ace of diamonds. An ace is rarely not scary.
The ace does get there, the flush gets there. This is a Pepto-Bismol board. It's a roll-aids hand. Who can stomach this?
The beauty of heads up. Every action is so important, and Holmes is bringing it 40 million with the fastball.
That's a big bet.
That's a big bet.
Sin miedo volvía a meter un farol que le salía bien y ganaba un bote muy importante que lo ponía casi en igualdad de fichas con su rival. La batalla seguiría hasta llegar a la mano final.
100 big blinds deep, a very fair and fun fight so far. Holmes on the button and the small blind. King Queen raised to 6 million. Aldemir 10-7 of diamonds.
We allow no pros in my home game, so Aldemir is out. But as I have said many, many times in the past week, George Holmes is doubly out, and he's a credit card processing and services business guy.
14.5 million in the middle.
Aldemir's had all he can handle.
There's a 7 and a 10. Aldemir flops top 2, and he quickly checks.
That's a pretty good flop for 10-7.
Yeah, pretty good.
There are better flops, but this feels like top 5, maybe top 3.
So Holmes is going to continue. Has to continue here. 6 million.
I don't know if he has to continue, but he's got no quit in him. Though I think most folks would just take a free turn card here with King Queen.
One reason you raise pre-flop is to protect your hand, but in heads up, all bets are off and all bets are on. Aldemir now with 2 pair and the check raised to 19 million.
Yeah, Aldemir protecting his hand against any draws Holmes might have. Now, most humans would probably lay this down facing that check raise, but George Holmes is not most humans. Heck, he might 3-bet it here.
We've seen him speed right through stop signs before. And he does make the call. Turn card is a king for Holmes. His lot is improved, but he's still way behind. He's not checking here. Hoping George has a piece of that board. 36.5 million.
Aldemir betting more than 2/3 of the pot, and it gets serious now for George Holmes.
More than a 4-1 underdog is Holmes right now. He's going to make this call, Norman. A gulp from Aldemir as the chips go in for the call. Pot has swelled to over 125 million. River card, the 9 of clubs, a safe card for Aldemir. His 2 pair are best. And he does check.
All in.
Whoa! George Holmes wants to play for it all.
This might be it. This might be it.
If Karai calls, it's all over, baby.
He does.
Holmes perdía esta mano y el sueño de haber completado la remontada con victoria, pero aún así su estilo agresivo y una buena runeada le permitieron remontar desde tan solo una ciega hasta casi ganar el torneo y embolsarse más de 4 millones de dólares gracias a su segunda posición. Suscríbete y te dejo por aquí abajo un par de vídeos de mis viajes jugando al póker alrededor de todo el mundo. Chao, chao.